Hi, I'm Sean McGowan, and this is my submission for Lab 3 Display with Processing. In this lab, we look at how our Arduino can receive an input and then output to processing to accomplish tasks. We do this in two ways. First, by creating an Etch-a-Sketch, which can draw on our processing screen, as well as creating a controller so we can navigate an ellipse through a maze. With that, we'll get right into the lab. In this first exercise, we're looking at how we can use our Arduino board to create an Etch-a-Sketch in processing. One of the errors I ran into was one of the potentiometers would not read a maximum of 1023. It would fall short. They would both read 0, but not maximum. This will come up later in the lab where we can see that the ellipse will not go fully to one side of the processing screen. One of our objectives was to keep the ellipse within the processing screen. We didn't have to change anything from the code provided because the range on the screen was equal to the range on the potentiometers, so the ellipse was always within the processing screen. In this part, we're showing how we can change the color and the size of the ellipse that is drawn in processing. Using the fill command, we can change the RGB values to whatever color we want, in this case blue, and in the ellipse command, we see the X and Y, which shows where the center of the ellipse will be located, and then the two number 6's, which determine the height and width of the ellipse. We're going to change these to 15 for this example.
This is going to be a bit longer. Oh, yeah, no, we good. I'm right.
Here we are changing the color of the ellipse with respect to its location on the processing screen, and this is done by using a fill command with X and Y variables. For the final part in exercise 1, we're modifying our processing code so that it plots one value every 50 milliseconds. We can also alter its y-axis location with one of our potentiometers. This delay is achieved by keeping the delay 50 millisecond command in our Arduino code, which is then translated over to processing. For the final part of our lab, we are to create a controller to move an ellipse around a maze in processing. Here we used wires, orange for up, yellow for down, green for left, and blue for right, moving them from the ground terminal to the positive terminal. These are then digitally read by the Arduino to determine what direction the ellipse is to move. That's it for the lab. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week.